Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. It's Ewers. Floating away. And he's still trying to get away, and he will not. Oh, what a terrible play. Where did he think he was going? And the big dog got him again, and Georgia can be judicious when they blitz because they get pressure from the guys up front.
So nice having a defensive line that hunts, and year after year, Georgia finds these guys, but the double guys, the guys that can double sacks in a game, double-digit sacks in a season, these guys make your defense really special.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Hits the spin cycle. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
Georgia 7, Texas 0.
They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it, 4th and very. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Off the play fake. Feeling some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And this defense has squatters' rights in the backfield. Back-to-back sacks, and the crowd is insane. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. The offense set for a 1st down play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle, it's held. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air, it's Ewers. He's got his man. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. What a snag by the defense. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40, the 20, inside the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia. Look, a lot of time left. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Vanderbilt Commodores taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he muffs it. It's loose. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The first down for the offense. Back to pass, it's Pavia. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Line getting set on second down. Off play action. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field possession. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Stadium is mid-sized in terms of capacity. Its capacity for decibel level virtually unmatched. Like when Kenny Wheaton took back the pick. Legends like Mariota and LaMichael ran wild. Welcome to Eugene and Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Ducks will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground.
Will take over 1st and 10.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Back to throw, it's Dart. Firing to the right, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Parrish. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Grab near the sticks. It's Parrish. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Yeah, and you got to love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
They're going to throw it again. Got a man. It's Priestcorn. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
And the Rebels are flying down the field. He wants to throw. The short hands, it's Parrish. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Trying play action. Finds his man. It's Parrish. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
The Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Dart. Pulls it in. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a 3rd down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And I think out routes are solely about timing because that wide receiver is going to get to a point and break it off straight to the sidelines, and you could just tell he put too much mustard on it and just led him a little bit too far.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He caught it, and he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell, sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at the Alabama Crimson Tide. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the USC Trojans, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. First down for this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with the running back. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Really nice run there. No, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. Open space at the 25. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, he finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
They'll run it. It's Miller. They make the stop, and they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bama. You are want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Looking to throw. Pressure coming. The sweet feet buy a little time. He gets it in there for the two-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down here for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Marks. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think that.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now the defense has got it going the other way. Touchdown tie. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. He's into the end zone for the two-point conversion, and they stretch that lead to 16.
And your defense just came away with a huge scoop and score, so you try to capitalize on the momentum boost. You go for 2, and you get it. Nice job.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that's...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
The end of the third quarter. With the score Alabama 16, USC 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That's reeled in. It's Marks. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some...
And they got him. A sack denies to try to convert on 4th down.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Going for 6. Go to the end zone. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of. They've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll run play action. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense with the scoop and score. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. He's right on target. Stopped at the 1-yard line, mere steps away from taking it to the house. The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. Fair catch, called for and made. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Deep shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Alabama! That is the ultimate grab and go. Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Cocky and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Sanders.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. Offense getting set for first down. Running back searching for a hole. Shakes off the defender.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Buckeyes have this offense rolling. The give. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this.
The expressway is wide open at the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
To the air, it's Sellers. fires to the tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in zones. You got to get him involved.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Hunt. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside and he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Caught in the backfield. It's Tate. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. From the gun, running back on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Howard. Dances away from the heat. Finds a man on the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That's the end of the first quarter. South Carolina, 14, Ohio State.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll go to the ground. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
And the missed connection on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Pulls it in. It's Bennett. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Looking to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be...
And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Working that left side now. Makes the catch and knockdown. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Handoff from the gun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Fourth down, and the clock continues to dwindle away. They get right to the line of scrimmage. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. Coming after him. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on fourth down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Still looking. Escapes trouble. He's going to run it. Oh, it's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass, and you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play, and now their offense is coming on the field.
And the pass hits, picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, South Carolina 14, Ohio State 7.
All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Henderson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Off the play fake on first down. Gets it out quickly. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Using the quick game. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
He's looking to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him. And that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. It's caught. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Field goal is good. And now the lead is even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stop follow and get you the football game.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here. And
the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Buckeyes will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. Turns it on in midfield. A huge pickup on this play. They finally get him out of bounds, and that is some kind of way to wrap up the 3rd quarter.
South Carolina, 17.
First down to start the drive after the break. Dropping back, it's Howard. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Flushed out of the pocket. He'll throw one to his right. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with the...
Gonna let it fly. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
They're trying to get to him. On the run, fires downfield. He makes a catch. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. To the air, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Fast motion from the offense. The play action fake. Got it behind the line. It's Bennett. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Finds the big tight end. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this running back.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. It's complete to the right. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
You might just think that dude's a power back, but what a great job coming out of the backfield, become a wide receiver, and then guess what? When he gets in the open field, that's not a lot of fun to try to bring to the ground. That's a big boy.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back at an opportunity like this.
And I don't think they got a snap before the play clock ran out. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Snapped it in the shotgun. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in pass.
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push, and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. Getting some heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Trying to get to it. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. Here comes the offense on 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Yeah, this is almost icing meat cake, right? Like late in the 4th quarter, you're up by 2 scores. Exactly what you want to do. Get a stop. Now you force a turnover, get your offense back on the field, and now you want to do this. Tick.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And after this play, the cake will be baked. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. After this, it'll be a wrap. Going up top on 1st down. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. A little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously, this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much explosiveness on offense, great defense. What a tremendous win.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.